Hello, Johan Malan of Simonsig Wine Estate, and I want to tell you something about my auction wine, one of the two auction wines for this year's Cape Winemakers Guild auction, and this one is called the Simonsig Chenin Blanc 29 vintage. Now, we have been bottling Chenin Blanc since 1968, full 54 years, but I'm very excited to bring you something completely new from this very important grape variety, not only for Simonsig, but for the whole of South African wine industry. And what makes this wine completely different is that it was made by using the carbonic maceration technique, which is more often used in red grapes. So this is a complete novelty for me, and I think that's why I'm so excited about the result. The grapes came from the oldest vineyard on the farm, Chenin Blanc, planted on a weathered shale swell, which is what I experience is something that makes very aromatic Chenin Blanc. And then we picked the grapes quite early, in the early part of March, only at about 21.5 bulling. And the whole bunches were then put into a container filled with carbon dioxide. No yeast is added, and then waited for the carbonic maceration process to develop. Now, after 8 days, the sugar has decreased down to 7.5, and we press the grapes and take them directly into barrel. Not new oak, 400-liter barrels, but it spent a total of 20 months in these barrels on its gross lees, and a little bit of batonnage was done throughout that process. So after 20 months, the wine was bottled. What I find very interesting about this wine is that it's got a warm spiciness on the nose, which is not something that we normally get in Chenin Blanc. And on the palate, it still has the primary fruit and the lemony zestiness that I find is so typical of Chenin Blanc. The influence of the skins definitely brought some tannin and structure to the mouthfeel of the wine, and I think that is what makes it different and also very interesting, so that it does have a bit more attack on your palate. But I think with time, the maturation will definitely bring out more secondary flavors and complexity. So a wine that you can enjoy now for its freshness, or you can leave it in the cellar for a few years. So I hope you enjoy it, have a successful auction, and thank you for all your support.